ZL Entertainment.
In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die.
He almost has to die. He almost has to die. He almost has to die. He almost has to die.
Greetings, boys and girls. I'm Jack Dion from ZL Entertainment, and today we are here for a bonus episode within Alan Wake. Well, can't really play the game without any deaths, especially on Nightmare mode, and so today we are going to go and check out the death scenes I have had. I edited them down to a very smaller clips, and that's what we're going to watch. This is basically a black screen right now because I accidentally deleted the death scenes for the very first episode. But I am gonna do counts, a death count, and I do remember the death counts for the very first episode, in the game. So, we're gonna continue with that, and we'll see how many deaths I had for the first episode. As you can see, here's the death count, and 4. Yeah, I had 4 deaths at the end, by the end of episode 1. So let's have a fun time watching my deaths. Yeah. I hope you guys liked that little intro bit I did. Kind of made sense. I thought it was funny, actually. This was not fun while playing the game, but it's actually kind of fun watching. And then you get to see how many times it took me to get through one part. This one's the second time for this area. This is getting up to Yep, there it is, up Lover's Peak. Yep, there's that one. And this is at Lover's Peak. I think I died twice doing this one. There's the first one and the second one. I tried doing something different this time with this game, and that was recording the whole game first. Oh, chainsaw guy. Surprisingly, I only died once with this guy. He wasn't that difficult. I can't remember where this one's at. Oh, probably getting back up to the cabin. Should look up into the upper left-hand corner to figure out. Alright, so, how many deaths do we have? 4. Total death, 4. Died 10 times in episode 2. Now we have a total death of 14. Yeah, this is going to rack up. It certainly is. So now we're in episode 3. And we're trying to reach the radio station. This was one of the more difficult areas, because I had many deaths in one certain area, and we'll see where that area is. Hey, this was featured in the intro. Alright. Where are we? Oh yes, this is the most difficult part in episode 3. Let's see how many times it took me to get through this part. Alright, 1. Yep, 2. Awesome. Oh, and a 3. Oh, and a 4. Look at this, so much failure on just one area. Oh, and that makes 5 in this area. Oh, and that's 6 in this area now. Obviously this is going to be a 7. Yep. So if I'm showing it. This clip's a little longer just because I didn't want to show so much failure. So we have this awesome scene. Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, I'm getting it at this point. Like, we're right there now. I'm like, that's okay. Just 2 hits. Oh, and that's 8 fails in this one area. Yeah, it's great, don't you know? Nope, that's 9. 9 fails in that one area alone. It's a beautiful thing, don't you know? Yep, that's great. Alright, oh, and we have a death with the Speedy Gonzalez character here. Wonderful. Oh, we're in the Silver Mines here. Yeah, I had a death with this area. I believe only 1. That's beautiful. Yep, even a fail with the birds. It's a lovely thing, don't you know? Still not sure how it happened. Two fails with this area. just fall down on that one. Yeah, there was a fail like that in the very first, pretty much actually the very first death I had, where you had to like go after Alice, and I just like ran towards her and fell off the pier. So 19 deaths on that one with a total of 33 deaths now. Yep. It's starting to really ramp up now. Now we're at episode 4. Escaping the lodge. Going through the hedge maze pyramid, hedge maze. Yeah. One thing I really learned through playing this game, and it still doesn't help much, is use everything that you've got. Doesn't help much for a few reasons. One, you don't get much things in nightmare mode. And 2, as you can see, this guy took a lot of stuff, and it didn't matter. Just he took him only 1 hit. That's hilarious. I showed that whole clip because I wanted to like show, I'm trying to show some context of where things are. But at this point, it's kind of obvious where these ones are. He just has to do only one hit, and that's it. Or 2 hits, I guess. Yeah, 2 hits. I guess the birds get me down halfway, and he just takes me out the other. Not this time. Oh, birds took me at that time. I don't think episode 4 was as much, but maybe it was. I can't remember. I just did the counting last night. I know the total score. Yeah. Total score is extremely high.
Oh, hey, I found a quarter!
I think this has almost as much death as the previous one. Not the most, I don't think. Wow. I believe episode 6 had the most deaths, if I remember right.
No, wait, that's a twig!
Freaking Barry. Man, Barry's awesome. Well, there's another one. Died many times in this area. A lot more than I remembered. When I was editing down the clips, I was kind of not really looking at what the clip was. I was just focused on trying to get it to a part where we could figure out what it was.
Here it is! Al, I found the key!
Yeah, that was the worst one to me. Alright. Are we gonna make it to the safety of the light? Well, it wouldn't be here if I did. This is, of course, trying to go to the Anderson farm, and this is getting to the cabin itself. So this is 3 times dying trying to get to the cabin. And the 4th. This one was being caught in a bear trap. He kindly knocked me out of it, but then I died. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. Yep, even had a death up here. Because I accidentally fell off. Had a second death up here too. Not due to falling off though. Due to having 2 of those guys after me. Yeah, I had a death to this guy as well. Or, actually, I think it was one of the other enemies here. Nope, it was due to that thing. 18 deaths, 1 off from the other one, with a total of 51 deaths now. Wow. And here we go with episode 5. This is where the darkness gets into the town itself. This is a very fun episode, but at the same time, it kind of gets boring the second half. The town part is kind of fun, but that's about it. Oh, and I did go to this area, didn't I? That's why I tried to cheese my way through the other area. But I did. Look at all those misses and then one gets me. I'm glad I kept that in because so much of them missed me and I'm like, yeah. If I had only gotten that, it would have looked so cool. But I believe this one is where most of my deaths are in the game. I think I have like more than 20. Of course, we're gonna die in this area. Only once, surprisingly, but this area had a bit of a trouble. I think it's 4 times. Looking at the clips. Yeah, it's mostly due to the battery not having much battery. And even having the battery, you know, 2 of those quick guys coming after you. And then I decided to try over in this little shed area. Yeah, it's those quick guys. Tried it twice in this area and then realized I need to do something else. This area took a lot of tries. There's a lot of fails here. Holy hell. But at least we have good music while we die, right? Makes it a little better. How many times do we die in this area? Can't tell if it's 4 or 6. It's definitely 2 at least. And a 3. This is going to be the 3rd one. Get a flare out. Is that gonna help us though? Well, if you see it in these clips, in this video, anything I do is not gonna help. Oh, I took one down. That big guy there surprised me, and that's why I died. Oh, and plus having about 4 enemies there. Yeah, this one took a lot. Already on number 5 here. So I did see that right. And our 6th death in this one area alone. Oh, and it's 7th. Getting on this table was actually a good idea, but those guys were able to throw shit at me, so that's why I found that the best thing to do with this area is just run past everybody and go to the light. That way you have a checkpoint. And there's nothing in this area worth getting anyway, so it's 7 in that area. Oh, I think this was the one that had more than 20. Finally broke the record of in a single episode of 19. Looks like I went through 3 deaths in this area as well. Yeah. Oh, 4. Kind of forgot how much deaths I had in certain areas. Maybe that's why I didn't like this area. I already had, at the beginning of that one scene where you... Oh, 4? I already lost count. But at the beginning of the scene where you get off the helicopter, like, I already had, like, a shit ton of deaths in that one area. And then I had another shit ton of deaths, like, right after that. And then right after that, this area. Although I did go through the power plant, the electrical power plant, and I had no deaths there, surprisingly. Oh, here's another funny one.
The transformer yard went dark and dead.
Here's another funny one. Here's another funny one. The door's like, you shall not pass. And this one's also kind of funny. Whee! Yep, took me 3 tries to get through this area. Whee! 4th time's the charm. Whee! So yeah, what do we have? 28 deaths in that episode. So that's the one that broke the record of 19 at a total of 79 deaths now. And this is episode 6 now. I didn't fight at all at this whole getting to Golden Lake because there's supposed to be a achievement for not shooting your gun at all. And I actually did. I shot my flare gun once, and that messed everything up. But I didn't realize it at the time. I didn't realize it until the very end. Those are like my favorite deaths to see. It's not the enemy doing anything, it's just me falling on my own accord. Although that one I was hit off. That's great. I had a lot of deaths in this one area alone, though. We only had 1 death trying to get to this area, and the rest have so far been in this area. 4 so far. This is going to be the 5th. I seem to die a lot just due to not having enough battery power. I believe this was featured in the intro as well. Yeah, that flare didn't help much. Another one in this area.
What the hell?
Yeah. 7 tries for that one area alone. It's a beautiful thing. But I don't believe there's that much death in this one. In fact, nothing will beat episode 5 with 28. Whee! Those are my favorite ones. Alright. So, what do you guys think is going to kill me this time? Yep, birds. This area is pretty much either me falling or birds. To me, this one is probably one of the funnier ones, if I remember right. I think this is the one. Whee! Like, I went through all that trouble, fought off all the birds, succeeded in that, but failed when I tried jumping across. Funny as hell. Which one is this one? That one's even funnier than the previous one. This one's a total fail because I tried to jump in there and I couldn't jump in there, and yeah, died because of that. Yeah. So how many deaths we got there? 16. For a total of 95 deaths now. Yeah, you guys think we're gonna reach the 100 mark? Well, this is episode 6, so yeah, we'll see about that. Wow. Oh no, that was episode 6. So we're now in the special episode. The main game I had 95 deaths, and we're now in the special episode 1, which did not have quite as much deaths, but still had a lot more than episode 1 at least. Yeah, you guys didn't think I got through this area in one try, did you? I think I had to do this one 4 times, aka 3 deaths. Yeah, I don't even know what killed me there. That one, I think the flare ignited the furnaces, and I think that's what got me on that. Alright, gotta have show some success in the failure clips. Yeah. Yeah, it was 3 in that area. Oh, in this area, yeah. I think I only had 2 in this. Nope, only that one. Okay. For the most part, these special episodes weren't that difficult. Usually it's a 1 death per 1 kind of area. Like, I couldn't see that I was so close. I thought I was backing away from it, but I guess I wasn't. So how many deaths did we get in this area? 9. For a total of 104. Yep. Definitely a lot more deaths in this last one. Like, a lot more. Whee! There was a lot in this last area. This last episode, I should say. Oh, got hit by the rolling barrel. Died a few times in this area, I believe. 2 times at least, so that would be the few. And here's a 3rd. Oh, so it's only 2 in that area. This area was so difficult, died so many times in this one area, that I actually restarted it because I realized I was on normal and went back to easy difficulty and recorded both sessions. which ended up with a 2.5 hour long video, and each one was hour and 14 minutes long. That's really how long it would take to beat this episode, I guess. I believe we got, what, 4 times on this already? 5, I believe. This was the most difficult area of both of the special episodes. Yeah. That should be 6 right there. Maybe 7. No, wait, this is 6. Yeah. Like I said, this one was probably the most difficult area. This is already going up to number 8 on this one area alone. This is the most deaths for any one area out of the whole game. As you can see, that's why I definitely redid the whole game. Funny. That still cracks me up. And that's why it made it into the intro. The last death in the game. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my little death bonus episode. And yeah, 17 deaths in that one for a total of 121 deaths. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Love you all. Peace to you, and as always, stay safe.
Just a dream, one mystery remains. For it is said on moonless nights they may still haunt this place.